Tennessee Titan fans, we back with another video. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms. Fresh off the Vegas trip, jump off to live in the Luxor Casino HyperX Esports Arena. It was crazy. We finished second. My team came runner up, me and Kerry Q and Bill. But enough about that. Let's get into the Tennessee Titans offseason. Who should start at quarterback has been a hot topic going around throughout the Tennessee Titan fan base. Is it Ryan Tannehill, the veteran, took us to an AFC championship, a guy that had us at 7-3 before the injury, before J-Rob got fired, before the DUI from Todd Downing, or Malik Willis, the guy who fell in the draft last year that we took after the AJ Brown trade, who didn't have the best season last season, coming in as a backup, but a lot of moving parts going on with that, or Will Levis, one of the top 4 quarterbacks from this year's draft, who everybody thought was going to go in the first round, who fell to the second. Tennessee Titans move up in day 2 and select him to be the quarterback. A lot of people with a lot of questions about these decisions now looking at a quarterback room with who a lot of people feel like could potentially be 3 starting quarterbacks or 3 quarterbacks that people would use in heavy rotation. These guys are definitely 1-2 on somebody's roster. All right. Let's start with Tannehill first, a guy who's second against the cap as far as quarterbacks this year, do like 36.6. If we cut him, we probably eat 9-10 million in dead cap. It's a lot of people that say cut him, go with the young guys, but it's a lot of people that says you bring in Derrick Henry back, you kind of want to attach Tannehill with him, you can still challenge for the division. But the question to me is, and it's a simple one, if you start Ryan Tannehill with the intention of trying to be competitive this year, do you feel like he's the guy that can get us to a Super Bowl? If you don't feel like this is a Super Bowl run, I feel like whether you trade him for a pick, trade him for more capital, or you simply just cut him, eat the dead cap, and use that money in free agency, that's up to you. But in my mind, it's a simple answer to that question when it comes to Tannehill. Now, that's a decision that Mike Vrabel has to make. That's a decision that Rand Carthon has to make. Because if you move on from Tannehill and we don't succeed in the future, you'll look back and think, could that be a Jimmy G situation? Took the 49ers to an NFC championship game and barely lose to the Rams, almost get to the Super Bowl at the end of his contract. Is that a guy that can have us in contention like Alex Smith did before Mahomes came in, and you had a smooth transition because you allowed your young guys to develop under new offensive coordinator Kelly? It's a lot of questions to be asked. When you go to Malik Willis, you say, when you look at the tape from last year, we all clearly seen he wasn't ready. The worst wide receiver core in the NFL, worst O-line in the NFL, an offensive coordinator who got a DUI and I feel like was checked out the second half of the season. Definitely didn't run him to his strengths. Definitely only seen, I think maybe even in a Houston Texans game where you seen a little bit of the RPO flair. I thought the offense was way too basic. I thought he missed a lot of throws. I think when you look at the locker room situation, when they asked Nick Westbrook and the receivers, no catches by any wide receiver in a game that goes into overtime with the eventual Super Bowl champion Chiefs, you got to think, is there something you could work with a new offense? I know you heard a lot of the guys in the pressers up until now saying that the offense has completely changed. It's about getting the ball out quick. It's about outflanking. Could he be used and better, more efficient in this new offense? I guess is a question for mini camp, training camp, and for the coaches. Now, thirdly is Will Levis, who a lot of the fan base is saying, hey, if we did take these 2 quarterbacks, while we had Ryan Tannehill here getting paid that much money, over $30 million, you almost have to say, let's throw Levis out there. Let's throw Willis out there. Let them fight for the quarterback and the other guys, quarterback number 2, and it's about as fairly as it could be. I'm kind of one that's leaning towards that. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I feel like you had to do that is because they rolled the dice on quarterbacks in back-to-back years with high picks. Whereas if you were committed and truly committed to Tannehill being the number 1 option for the Tennessee Titans, and you were drafting a quarterback as somebody you could future build and not just push him out, I feel like in that situation, a 3rd round pick on Malik Willis and a 2nd round pick, the first pick in the second day for Will Levis. You could have put a lot more talent around Tannehill, but I'm a person that said Tannehill, we appreciate what he's done. He's got his fair chance in Nashville, in my opinion. I feel like his window closed the day that they traded AJ after he had the debacle against the Bengals. 3 interceptions. We talking about like a 12 quarterback rating. Like that's just about as bad as you can get. And I feel like the window closed with that. I feel like it's time to move forward. And if we're going to be a defensive minded running football team, why not give one of these young guys a chance where we're only paying them combined $4 million? And this is something that a lot of the fan base may not agree with. But if it's me, I try to trade and get off of that money from Tannehill. You still got Cam Newton, a guy like that you can go out and get at a very good discounted rate right now. And he could be the veteran guy. Because to be honest, when you go get a Will Levis or you get a Malik Willis, you're not getting that prototypical pocket passer. You're going out and get an athlete that can make plays. And what better person to be an athlete and make plays in an NFL offense that would be geared around running and just moving the chains and ball control offense than Cam Newton. I think he would be a good fit in Nashville. I think I have no problem with his hair. I love, that he has a different sense of style, but when it comes down to it, he's a next level athlete like Will Levis and Malik Willis. Guys who looked at Will Levis as, risky because he showed off the biceps or showed his tattoos. I mean, I feel like Cam Newton fits right in that mix. It saves you a lot of money. You still have a guy there if these guys don't develop to where you feel they're ready. But I mean, how dynamic would that be? Cam Newton, Will Levis, and Malik Willis in the backfield, handing the ball off to King Henry, who we all expect them to extend for the remainder of his career in Nashville. Him and Bayard, who I feel like are the staples of the team, mixed with Jeffrey Simmons. And it would give them money to go bolster up other places like receiver, like getting more veteran guys in on the defense. Specifically at linebacker and edge rusher, which, I'm excited about this offseason. A lot of people are kind of up and down, but hey, look, we all beg for a change. We all ask for a change. We're going to get a new offense. We potentially could get a new quarterback. No matter who it is that comes in, we're still going to be repping that two-tone and blue. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it, and we out.